In 2023, the Premier League voted to phase out gambling sponsors from the front of shirts. But there was one problem. At the time, 8 Premier League clubs were already wearing betting companies across their chests, and 2 years later, the number rose to almost half of the teams. Football wasn't fighting gambling anymore. It was making money from it.
They've partnered with news agencies and sports leagues, launched massive ad campaigns.
If you're placing a $4 million bet on a Super Bowl game, how much time are you researching?
So the Chinese syndicate was where the majority of fixes happened.
So his side hustle is gambling. My wife and I have about $55,000 in total debt.
Roll all the money over into another soccer game. That way I can double up again.
Whether you're a casino or whether you're a bettor, the integrity of sports is the most important thing in the world to you.
Welcome to Ligsbo, and today we'll be discussing if football results are real anymore. It takes a lot of effort, research, and time to bring these videos for you, so kindly show your appreciation by clicking the subscribe button. It actually matters. In 2003, NFL said no to a Super Bowl ad because it was showing images of Vegas. That's how much sports authorities hated gambling. But surprisingly, gambling, once considered the biggest threat to the integrity of sport, has become one of its biggest sources of revenue, not just in football, but across the entire sporting world. Today, during a live sports broadcast, you're exposed to a gambling advertisement every 13 seconds. A study found that in 2024 alone, Americans bet nearly $148 billion on sports. That helped sports betting industry post a record revenue of $13.7 billion. For decades, sports betting was illegal or heavily restricted in much of the world. Then the internet changed the game. A new industry emerged under the name fantasy sports. It wasn't just a new name, it was a legal loophole. According to law, if winning depends more on skill than luck, it isn't legally considered gambling. Then came 2018, when another door was opened that helped sports betting explode into one of the biggest industries in modern sport. The US Supreme Court struck down PASPA, the federal law that had effectively banned sports betting across most of the country, with Nevada being the most notable exception. Overnight, the decision shifted the power to individual states. They could now decide for themselves whether to legalize sports betting. Most didn't hesitate, because sports betting wasn't just about gambling anymore. It was about jobs, investment, and, most importantly, millions of dollars in tax revenue. The betting platforms already had millions of users through fantasy sports. They had established partnerships with leagues, built trusted brands, and now, with legalization spreading across the United States, they could finally offer full-scale sports betting. Then came another turning point, COVID-19. As billions of people were confined to their homes, online entertainment surged, and when live sport returned, betting became one of the easiest ways for fans to stay engaged with every match. At the same time, football itself was changing. The explosive growth of broadcast rights had begun to slow in several major markets, and then we have these streaming sites taking over, so the clubs were searching for new sources of revenue. Betting companies, armed with billions of dollars and eager to reach football's global audience, were ready to pay. For football, gambling was no longer just an industry on the sidelines. It had become one of the game's most valuable commercial partners. Another reason football welcomed the betting industry was changing fan behavior. In the age of social media and short-form content, fewer people are willing to sit through a full 90-minute match. Many are satisfied with checking the final score or watching a 3-minute highlights package. Betting changed that. With money on the line, every pass, tackle, and goal suddenly mattered, giving fans a reason to stay engaged until the final whistle. But every success story has a darker side. Sports betting brought billions into the game, but it also brought new questions about its integrity. From match-fixing scandals to suspicious betting patterns, fans have increasingly begun to question whether every moment on the pitch is truly genuine. That skepticism is growing. According to one survey, 6 in 10 Americans are skeptic about the integrity of sports. But if you look at the bigger picture, you'll realize that maybe this is the era of gambling. Gambling, once limited to casinos and sports, is now taking place on almost everything happening around the world. Today, you can bet on whether Volodymyr Zelensky will wear a suit or weather, or even on the existence of aliens. Prediction market trading volume has exploded over the past 2 years. Even the Trump family has jumped on the betting bandwagon, and if that doesn't show just how massive the betting industry has become, nothing will. So, back to our main question, is any football result real anymore? The answer is probably yes, but that's no longer the real question. The real question is whether a sport can remain truly independent when one of its biggest sources of income comes from an industry built on uncertainty. Gambling has brought billions into football, attracted new fans, and kept viewers engaged, but it has also made every controversial decision, every unexpected mistake, and every shocking result more difficult to trust. Maybe football hasn't lost its integrity, but it has certainly lost something just as valuable: our unquestioning belief in it. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon.